What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pitching Ninja's Filthiest Pitches of the Day. I am Pitching Ninja, and I'm here with Will Leahey. What's up, Will?
Ninja, up late last night, editing the latest episode of Baseball Dojo, out now wherever you get your podcasts. But now I'm up and at 'em, feeling good, ready to talk some hot baseball goss.
I feel like because I stayed up and watched the late games last night and woke up too early, couldn't go to sleep. But enough whining. We're going to start with the whip around the league. We're going to start with Grayson Rodriguez, who coincidentally is our guest this week on Baseball Dojo. He had 3 strikeouts in 5 2/3 innings, giving up no runs. He had this fastball and this low fastball that Rizzo is definitely right here. It's a ball, but we're going to take it. He also had this nasty changeup to Judge. And here is Grayson Rodriguez's changeup grip.
Just regular circle change grip. Like I said earlier, trying to pronate it really hard, trying to spin it.
He faced Clarke Schmidt, who was really good yesterday with 5 strikeouts in 5 2/3 innings, giving up 1 run on 3 hits. He had these fastballs, including this 2-seamer, this beautiful backdoor cutter, and this filthy knuckle curve. And here's an overlay of his 2-seamer, his cutter, and his curveball, a 3-pitch overlay that shows you why you would swing awkwardly at that knuckle curve. They tunnel really well, and by the time you realize it's a knuckle curve, it's too late. Jake Irvin had 3 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 2 runs. He had these fastballs, including this painted fastball. He faced Trevor Rogers, who had 3 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 3 runs, and had these changeups. Christopher Sanchez was He had 1 K in 5 innings, giving up 4 runs, and had this changeup. He faced Griffin Canning, who was also with 1 K in 5 innings, giving up 4 runs and 5 walks. He had this changeup. Joe Ryan had 3 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 2 runs, and had this slider and sweeper. He faced Garrett Crochet, who was back to being the Garrett Crochet that we all know and love. He had 7 strikeouts in 5 innings, giving up 2 runs on only 2 hits. He had these heaters up to 99 miles an hour. He had 9 swings and misses on his fastball, and for some reason his fastball looks even faster than it is. And he also had these changeups. I noticed his mechanics looked pretty familiar to me, and I decided to match him up with John Cleese from the Ministry of Silly Walks. So we'll just call this the Ministry of Silly Windups. Yiel Rodriguez had 1 K in 3 2/3 innings, giving up 2 earned runs. He had this curveball. He faced Jonathan Bolin, who had 3 Ks in 2 2/3 innings, giving up 4 runs, and had this fastball and slider. Ryan Pepio was really good yesterday with 7 strikeouts in 6 innings, giving up 2 hits, no walks. He had these heaters and slider. And he faced Bryce Wilson, who was also solid yesterday with 6 strikeouts in 6 innings, giving up 1 run on 4 hits. He had these fastballs, including this painted fastball, this cutter, and curveball. Bailey Falter had 5 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 5 runs. He started out pretty good, but then he faltered.
There he is.
He had these fastballs and curveballs. And he faced Joe Boyle, who I've been screaming about, that Joe Boyle's got really good stuff. He had 4 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 1 run on only 1 hit. He had these heaters up to 99.8 miles an hour and these nasty sliders. Be patient with Boyle. He is going to be good.
99 miles an hour. That's a boiling hot fastball, Ninja.
There he is.
Luis Severino was outstanding yesterday with 5 strikeouts in 8 innings, giving up 1 hit, and he took a no-hitter deep into this game. In fact, I slacked Will during the game saying, "Are you watching Sevy pitch?" Did I not?
Yes, you did. And then shortly after, he got severed.
Ooh. There's a lot of plays on names today.
I'm trying, man.
Yeah. He had these fastballs, changeups, and sweepers, and just was outstanding. And I'm sensing a trend that old Sevy is back, and I love it. He faced Jamison Tyone, who was really good yesterday. I'm sensing a really good yesterday theme, and it's going to get better. He had 1 strikeout in 7 1/3 innings, giving up 4 hits. He gave up 1 run. He had this painted fastball and also this curveball that should be framed and hung in Cooperstown to show you why you're going to need robo-umps. This ball caught the entire zone. I saw people making excuses saying the catcher didn't frame it. You do not have to frame a pitch that catches that much of the zone. In fact, an umpire might take offense to it if you're sitting there holding it in the zone when it's an obvious strike. Although apparently it wasn't that obvious on this call. Max Fried was freaking fantastic yesterday, and this is one reason why I am very tired. I stayed up and watched this game and then couldn't go to sleep because this is pitching ninja heaven. Max Fried had 7 strikeouts and 6 no-hit innings, giving up no runs. He had these cutting fastballs that were nasty. He picked up 15 swings and misses. 9 of them were on this cutting fastball. He also had these sliders, an absolutely beautiful curveball. And he faced Bryce Miller, who was also freaking ridiculous yesterday. Miller had 10 strikeouts in 7 innings, giving up only 2 hits, but took a perfect game deep into this game. He retired the first 16 hitters and ended up with 10 strikeouts. He had these fastballs and painted with them. He had 15 whiffs on his fastball yesterday. Just pounded the zone like Mariners pitchers do. The Mariners lead the major leagues in strikeout to walk ratio and are 3rd in ERA. They're pitching their collective asses off right now. And look at this sinker that Miller threw that Cal Raleigh couldn't even catch. I'm not sure if he was crossed up here. I don't think he was. It just as this pitch had too much movement. And here it is overlaid with Miller's 4-seam fastball. And you can see how these pitches tunnel, and that sinker just runs arm side. He also painted with his slider and splitter. Just a tremendous effort by both of these pitchers. This game should have gone on for 500 innings. Brilliant game, and I would be still watching it because this is the baseball that is made for me. I love it. Give me all of this. Matt Waldron had 4 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 4 runs. And if it's Matt Waldron, what are we featuring, Will?
Gorgeous Knuckle Balls, Ninja.
Gorgeous Knuckle Balls it is. Now, he did get hit. I don't care. We're going to look at these Knuckle Balls. Here's one in isolation. Just ridiculous. And this one, a drop third strike. Knuckle Balls are pure chaos. It makes the game so much more interesting when you have a catcher having to run down a baseball to try to get the runner at first. I usually hate the drop third strike rule, but it's a lot of fun with knuckleballs. And look at this knuckleball that I don't know. I think it's possessed. This thing broke 2 ways. It's got like 10 inches of arm side run, 10 inches of glove side break. I have no idea what this pitch is doing, but it is freaking ridiculous. And Matt Waldron faced, I don't know, one of yesterday's filthiest starting pitchers, because I don't know if I can give anybody over the Fried-Miller matchup, but Nick Lodolo, you're on another planet. He had 11 strikeouts in 7 innings, giving up only 1 hit and 2 walks. He had these heaters, but the story of the game, as always, is Nick Lodolo's breaking balls. These things are a wonder of nature. Look how many times they end up behind hitters. This is crazy. He does it over and over again. He had 22 swings and misses yesterday. 9 of them were on this breaking ball, and 9 of 15 swings were swings and misses on his breaking ball. They broke up to 18 inches, and here's an overlay of his fastball and breaking ball, and you can see why this is so tough for hitters. I think Nick Lodolo's breaking ball is one of my 7 wonders of the pitching world. It is ridiculously filthy. Great job, Nick Lodolo. And now on to my filthiest relievers. Griffin Jacks had this changeup. Danny Jimenez picked up this White Castle special. Michael Kopech had this nasty slider. Trevor McGill had this 100-mile-an-hour heater. Hector Neris had this dirty splitter. Kyle Nicholas had this slider and fastball. His stuff has looked pretty good to me. Nate Pearson had this hammer. Brock Stewart had these heaters. Caleb Thielbar had this slider and curveball. And Austin Voth had this fastball, cutter, and curveball. My top 5 filthiest pitches of the day yesterday. Number 5, we have Prince Albert king the side with curveballs. Why is he called Prince Albert, William?
Well, Ninja, Prince Albert is when you Piercer Johnson, and this man's name is Pierce Johnson.
Who does that? Like, do people really do that? I'm not. I mean, if you do, no offense.
I had a friend who did it himself. And he was a pretty straight-laced guy, to be honest. He's a Navy buddy, but he was a normal dude. He just pierced his own Johnson. I don't know what.
Dude,
shout out Marino.
Ninja rule: you cannot be a normal dude and stick a needle through your penis. At number 4, I have Clarke Schmidt's filthy knuckle curve. At number 3, Max Fried's cutting fastball and curveball. At number 2, that Bryce Miller uncatchable sinker. And at number 1, Nick Lodolo's breaking balls. Absolutely ridiculous. Fantastic outing by Nick Lodolo yesterday. Big ninja round of applause for that man. And now, my pitching ninja moment of zen. I love this from Adam Jones, playing MLB The Show on career mode, trying to make it to the show. It's basically Jose Canseco all over again, and then he dives at this. My picks of the day today are a 4-leg same-game parlay. I'm going to start with Cole Reagans for 5Ks or more, then take Jose Barrios for 5Ks or more, take the under of 7.5, and then add Bobby Witt Jr. to have at least one hit. What would your picks of the day be?